Okay. So stress is something we talk about a lot, and it comes up in sessions a lot, and with one-to-ones with clients and stuff. But it's not always a good or a bad thing. But today we're going to talk about preventative measures for stress. So Ollie, let's talk about that. What helps you deload?
Yeah, so I think everybody's got their own vice, their own little things. For me, I think one of the best things that I can always do if I'm ever feeling stressed or worn out or anything like that is just go for a walk. I think there's a lot to be said for it. It's probably very undervalued. I think just getting out, getting a bit of fresh air, getting moving. Sometimes I listen to a podcast, music, sometimes just nothing. I find that really helps. And then very similar to that for me, it's running or any kind of cardiovascular exercise really. Generally, I find that I always feel better, or 99% of the time, I'll always feel better after doing something that gets my heart rate going, gets me sweating, and it just kind of like gets me out of that state of feeling stressed.
There's very little that being out in nature or getting sweaty can't solve generally, or make you feel better. So yeah, I'd second that. Walking, running, training in general, and then obviously talking such a huge one, whether it's a loved one, whether it's a friend, whether it's coach, something on your mind, just have a chat, you might feel better after it.
Yeah, I think like something that Rich touched on before, there are stresses that we can kind of control in our life, but there are stresses that we can't. And I think it's important to know that some of the stresses that we can't control, sometimes they're actually things that are really important to us. So it's about kind of being aware of that and maybe having a little look at other areas you can rearrange in your life to allow you to give more time and energy to that certain subject, whatever it might be.
Yeah, there's definitely, and trying to put things into perspective as well. Like I think everybody's so caught up in being the best or being ultra productive, and then beating themselves up for not doing, said goal. But at the end of the day, if you can kind of take a step back and think about the big picture, and ask yourself, did I try my best? Did I do all the right things? Yes, no. There's always opportunities to learn. You're not going to be perfect every time. It's important to not let your goals or let all your ambitions like cripple you and add stress. A lot of the time, when you're striving towards something, it's about probably assessing the bigger picture, and then thinking, what can I take away to deload, and think about how can I get from A to B efficiently and as stress-free as possible. So there's probably a lot of just
a little bit of self-compassion, baby.
100% that, and then just try and make things easy for yourself.
Yeah. But
definitely walking, talking, running, getting sweaty.
Yeah.
That's probably the best ones.
Yeah.
Stress isn't always bad, but if we can avoid it in places where we can control them, then we probably should.